So you're looking to start a business, there's so many different things to do. I know it can feel overwhelming, but I found that it's really important to also focus on the things not to do. I'm just gonna share some 3 tips of things that not to do when you're getting started with your business, and hopefully that'll help you make it a little bit easier and avoid some of the mistakes that I did when I got my business off the ground. And at the end, I'll share a little bonus thing that's extremely important that you focus on right off the bat when getting your business started. Stay tuned. Okay, so number 1 is don't overthink it and try and put together this elaborate, extreme business plan. I've seen so many people over the years just get so caught up and infatuated with this perfect business plan. And I think the reality is if you just spend all this time on this perfect plan, nothing ever goes the way you expected, especially when you're first starting off in business. And I can't tell you how many times that I've had to pivot or make changes and adjust, whether it was a change in the market. Get focused on how you're going to get your customers and bring revenue in as quickly as possible. That's where it's at. And lastly, for number 1, don't forget about your personal expenses. Really have a real clear understanding of what your business expenses are going to be and what your personal expenses are going to be, and understand how much capital you're going to need to make it through the next 6 to 12 months. So as an example, when I got started, you always think that money is going to come in a lot quicker, and it didn't come in as fast as I thought it was. And the combination of your business expenses and personal expenses winds up being a lot more than what you think. So just make sure that you focus on both your personal and business expenses and do whatever you can to get money coming in as quickly as possible. Okay, so number 2 is don't waste money on unnecessary things, on flashy things, on things that aren't going to do anything to better your business, to grow your business, and really quite simply to bring revenue into the business. In the beginning, all the focus needs to be on bringing customers in, bringing revenue in. So don't waste money on unnecessary things. Whether you saved up a bunch of money, whether you borrowed money to get this business started, or whether you raised a bunch of money to get your business started, just because you have some extra money in the bank, in the beginning, be really, really frugal with your money and put it towards things that are going to bring in additional revenue back into the business. If it's not going to bring revenue in, you probably shouldn't be doing it, especially in the first year. So just keep that in mind and don't be wasteful. Number 3, this one is super important and probably the key to everyone's success. Don't be afraid to pivot. I guess you get started and you have this idea of how it's going to be, and a lot of times it's not that way. And some people can get really hung up and they're just so stubborn on having to execute on the way that they thought it was going to be, and then they realize that, hey, it's actually this way. So don't be stubborn, and don't be scared or afraid to pivot. If you get into business and you wind up realizing, you know what, I thought I was going to sell this product, but you know what, this product makes more sense. Or I thought I was going to do business this way and deliver this service, but this service and doing it this way makes more sense. Don't be afraid to pivot. You have to change. There's really no manual in business, so don't be afraid to trust your gut and go with what you think is right. That's usually going to be the best, and going with my gut has really helped me over the years fight through some challenging times, or overcome obstacles, speed bumps, whatever it might be. But I've never been afraid to pivot, and some of those pivots that we've made over the years have been instrumental in getting us to where we are today. So as we wrap up this video, I'm going to share one last bonus, and this is really important. And I wish I would have done this earlier on in my business. Processes and systematizing your whole business. Treat your business like a franchise right from the get-go. Everything in your business needs to have a process. By doing this, it'll get you to success much faster. It's super important. I wish I would have put processes, systematized my business earlier on. Not only the processes and the systems, but also focus on your people and building out a team. And together with any new hires and that team, build out those processes together and those systems. It's a little hard to explain what processes and systems mean because every business is different and unique, but there's an awesome book called The E-Myth Revisited. I really recommend you read it. I wish I read this book much earlier on. I've talked about it in my other videos. This book really dives deep and explains how systematizing and processing your business and everything having a place and everyone in your business knowing what their job is and the way that they do their job, there's a specific process and way they do that. This also helps for getting people up and running and trained. And as your business grows, people will come and go. So when someone leaves, if there's processes and systems in place, it'll be that much easier to bring someone new in and get them up and running that much faster. And it also helps keep people, because you have an organized and structured business. People that work for your company are going to want that structure and organization. If it's not there, it'll probably be one of the reasons why they wind up leaving. Thanks for watching this video. I hope some of these tips and thoughts help give you a different and better point of view about starting your business. It's also really important to stay committed and stay focused, and it's not going to be easy in the beginning. Fight through that. There is a light at the end of that tunnel, and I really hope that you get there as quickly and easily as possible. I wish you nothing but success on your journey to getting your business started. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel. And if you want to learn more about me and some of the services and products and different things that I offer, check out that link below. I look forward to helping you grow your business, and I wish you nothing but success. Thanks and take care.